So the next thing that we're looking to do is, we've got our payments to suppliers. Now we need to look at our operating expenses. Alright, so my operating expenses. Now, I need to look at my accrued expenses and my prepaid expenses. So I've got wages payable here, I've got a note payable, okay, that's financing. Wages payable have to come into it. And what have I got up here? I've got prepaid insurance, which looks like it's going to come into it as well. So I need now to look at, okay, my operating expenses are here. How much do I need to include in my cash flow statement as cash paid? So not operating expenses, but operating cash payments. All right, so I'm going to work through my prepaid insurance first. So let's have a look. I've got prepaid insurance. Prepaid insurance. My opening balance. First to the first, my opening balance was how much? It's 14,000. Do I have an insurance expense? I do. My insurance expense was 15,000. My insurance expense would actually decrease because I'd take it out of prepaid and put it into expense. So, expense, 15,000. And I've got a closing balance as well. Of how much is it? 14,400. Makes 29,400. Okay. Insurance expense, yeah. Closing balance, yep. All right, so that comes the opening balance next month. So my missing 29,400. So my cash payments would be 15,400. And that's going to go into my cash flow statement.
Where's the 15,000 come from?
This 15,000 comes from down here.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Insurance expense. Is that what you were asking, Olivia? Cash, yeah. So this is my cash payments. All right. So it'll be, if you did a journal entry, it'll be credit, bank, debit, prepaid expense. Okay. All right, so I've got my cash payments there. I'm going to look at my wages payable now. So I've got my wages payable. Now it's a payable, it's a liability. So it'll have, now I've ticked those two off as well because I've used those. So I've got opening balance of 25,000. What's going to increase my payables? Wages payable. My expenses. So wage expense is 20,000, which is this 20,000 over here. So that gives me 45,000. My closing balance, which is the 31st of the 12th. My closing balance was how much? 20,700. So how much must be my cash or my payments? 24,300. Now there's one more item that I need to look at. And this one's an easy one. It's my other operating expenses here. And it said it includes this 46,000 of depreciation. So I'm not going to put this in, but I have to deduct it from my operating expenses here. So my 46,000 here needs to be taken out of this. So my operating expenses needs to be, what is it, 73,000 minus 46,500, which should give me, who can do the math for me? $27,410. Okay, so my OPEX is now 27,410. Okay, now it looks like I've got all my items that I need to include. I'm just going to circle that and I'm going to highlight it so that I know to put it in. And now, as the question required, it says prepare a fully classified cash flow from operating activities section for my balance sheet, my cash flow statement. All right. All right, you want to do a heading. Why do you want to do a heading? Because we're the mark. And then we're just doing cash flow from operating activities. So my cash flow from operating activities will be cash collected from customers, so it's 200. Tick that one off as done. All right, we'll just finish off. We haven't been told to evacuate yet, so don't worry. All right. I'm going to finish the question first, okay? Payments to suppliers. And because this is a payment, I'm going to bracket it.
Alert. Prepare to evacuate the building.
My operating expenses are and my wages payable. And the last item that I need, any excuse, hey Fatty? Now I need to just total that off, and if I total that off, I'll have,
Prepare to evacuate.
and it's a positive figure, okay? Well, I have, why do I have two operating expenses? Because one was my operating expenses from prepaids, so, oops. And I should have called it prepaid expenses.
Prepaid expenses.
Then wages payable. And then, yep, that looks better.
Alert. Prepare to evacuate the building.
And just so you know where the marks were, 1, 1.5.
Alert! Alert! Prepare
All right.
to evacuate the building.
We better pay attention to the warning signs.
Are we going to continue after this?